How Spider-Man's web swinging changed the webs?
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. He shoots webs, climbs on walls, and sneaks up on me when I'm taking a piss. He also does what a spider can't. There are no spiders that swing on their webs. They're too small to get any momentum. It's also impossible for a man to do this. It's not safe.
Oh!
The massive weight of the G-forces would rip off his arms. But in the movies, a man has been swinging for over 40 years. Other superheroes fly, drive, and run. Web slinging is one of the most unique and exciting methods.
And it's fire. Like, look at that first-person view of that shit. Like,
web slinging is one of the most unique and exciting methods of super transportation.
It's not only cool to look at in movies, it's fun to do in video games, bro. Who wants to run fast in a video game? Like, yeah, that shit's probably cool for the first level, but yo, you can never get tired of web slinging in Spider-Man.
Good web sling can be visceral and satisfying, an expression of total freedom and propulsive fun. But it's difficult to get right, even with multi-million-dollar computer effects.
Web slinging is like skating.
Real. Why do some web slings?
Like, you ever play Tony Hawk or just skate and just skate around?
How did they do it? When did they start doing it?
I've been doing that in Spider-Man. Just turn on the game just to...
The scene was done without CGI.
Web sling.
Practically.
Spider-Man 1977.
CBS aired a pilot for their new TV show, Spider-Man. In the 90-minute episode, which, bear in mind, came out in 1977, how many web slinging scenes are there?
Yo, Tyler, thank you for the resubscription. 6. So niggas went and saw Spider-Man and it was only 2 web swings. And y'all only know the answer because y'all literally seen this already.
2. Actually, 1. Because it's an alternate angle of the same swing. A swing that'd be reused several times throughout.
I'm surprised someone didn't say 1. 1 because technically there's an alternate angle. Like, I'm surprised someone just didn't repeat that.
Show. The reason for this recycling is because that's a real stunt. So doing it again would mean risking a man's life. CGI wasn't an option because at the time, the most realistic looking CG character was a rotating head. It would take another decade for a full computer generated character, since
what the hell is that?
It would take another decade for a full computer generated character, since they couldn't use VFX to make it look
like
real.
Your hair. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
Fred Waugh chose the obvious option.
Fred Waugh.
Have someone actually swing from building to building. After 2 days of rigging, Fred wore the costume himself and took the first swing.
Oh, shit. Do it.
As impressive as that was, in the comics, Spider-Man usually swings more than once. Luckily, also with no CG and a low budget, across the world, the Japanese were doing
so people watched this and was like, yo, no way! How did they do that? That really like had them all on their feet.
Better.
カメラのレンズは真実を見る瞳。曇りなき瞳を信じる男。スパイダーマン。
Spider-Man! Yo,
Japanese Spider-Man has several other modes of transportation, including a motorbike, a spider car, a giant robot mech, or his legs. But whenever he does web sling, you can't miss it, as he yells spider string before shooting his web.
Spider string!
Wait, now I'm kind of like curious to like what's like the craziest what's the craziest like stunt? Like craziest stunt of all time.
Spider string! Spider strings!
Spider strings!
And then the swing will be edited to repeat several times.
Definitely not TC. Okay, so if I do Watch Mojo's greatest, if I watch Mojo's top 20 greatest movie stunts of all time, Tom Cruise is not gonna be here. Okay, I'm gonna remember that. Who said that? No Tom Cruise. Okay, Jupiter_John. No. Who said that before you? No, who was the first person to say it? It was JT Oduala, bro. What's your name? JTO Dwala. It was you. Okay, can I like? Yeah, pin that. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm a remember your ass. Oh yeah, I'm remember your ass. Yeah. Inception. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This was really, really cool.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top
Jackie
20
Chan,
movie stunts.
of course. Gotta have Jackie Chan in there.
For this list, we'll be ranking the most insane, complex, or death-defying movie stunts of all time. What's your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Now, on to the very risky top 20. Let's go.
Damn, I remember that.
Number 20, the whole damn movie, Stunt Rock. It sort of says it right there on the tin, doesn't it? Stunt Rock is a 1978 scene carrier flick of sorts, a compilation of famous stunts performed by an industry professional, Australia's Grant Page.
So Jackass. It's literally Jackass.
Director Brian Trenchard Smith had already directed a documentary titled The Stuntmen in 1973, and Stunt Rock features some of Page's best and most impressive stunt work.
Oh my God, he just does shit. It's not even a movie. He's just doing shit.
Smith's intention was to expose Grant Page to an international audience, but what Stunt Rock did was present these scenes with the heavy metal backdrop of a band called Sorcery. This combination of over-the-top tunes and over-the-top stunt work resulted in
of course, Jackie Chan is like better and done greater, like stunt-wise, has really put his body, like has really been through it with his body. But we're not gonna take anything away from TC, bro. Okay, so watch your mouth. Okay, they're both goated. They're both goated.
One of the most infamous examples of the cult movie genre known as stuntploitation.
This reminds me of that. Y'all remember Driver on like PlayStation?
Number 19, Firefight. Ong Bak, the Thai warrior.
Yo, Jason!
Fire stunts have been attempted and
thank you for the
mastered by
5 gift.
many
I appreciate
stuntmen
you.
over the years, but that doesn't make them any less impressive. One particularly memorable scene took place in the formative modern action flick Ong Bak, the Thai warrior, starring the action movie icon Tony Jaa.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. If it came down to it and like this streaming shit didn't work out and all that, you know, content creation, I probably would have done stunts. I probably would have just been a stunt double. Just put my body on the line, bro. No, you wouldn't. Yo, chat. Literally, I was watching Jackass. When I first seen Jackass, I was like, that's what I want to do. You die in first day, they have regulations. That wouldn't happen. Bro, y'all, anything I say, y'all just don't, y'all like never believe in me.
Commitment to delivering jaw-dropping stunts was set on full display here as he emerges from a gas fire with one devastatingly hot kick to his enemy.
I could do this.
The sight of Jaa flying through the air, legs ablaze, and the resulting ignition of the thug's shirt after impact is truly a sight to behold. Number 18, The Cult of Cars.
Oh!
Mad Max
yes!
Fury Road. It was a very different...
You worked at Wendy's. You act like somebody can't get experience on shit. Like, you act like just because you've done one thing, like, you can't expand and do other things. Like, what do you mean you worked at Wendy's? I got burned at Wendy's. If I could getting burned by oils at Wendy's and shit like that, I could take fire to the chest.
Kind of cinematic landscape for director George.
ImDOntai, I just got out of class and just got here. Could you please tell me what I miss?
Okay.
Also, hi chat.
Okay, so you missed the Cardi reaction, if that's what you were wondering. You missed the Cardi reaction. You missed the Juice WRLD reaction. The album trailer looks really, really good, but the album cover looks absolutely dog shit. I'm sorry. I'm going to be the one to say it. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know, you know, if it was something Juice WRLD drew up and they found it or something like that. Either way, the shit looks like the Harry Potter scene where his arm got fixed and, you know, the bones didn't mend right. Either way, they could have done so. I've seen fan art that's looked so much better. Also, we downloaded games on the VR. So there's like a slow motion shooting game, and then there's like something with bows and arrows and swords and shit that we're gonna play. Also, I guess I'm gonna do like the 9 to 5. Oh, the job simulator. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna download that. Actually, I should probably check if it's done.
George Miller when he finally returned to the Mad Max
One of the
franchise.
greatest action movies of all time. Mad Max. So I mean, from start to finish, bro. I mean, I'm talking about there's not even talk. Like these niggas don't even be talking, bro. It's just straight action, bro.
2015.
I love this movie. It's my favorite movie. Like, what is this?
Gone were the days
like,
of
what is
amazing
that?
practical effects, and in their place was an industry that prioritized cost-effective but less immersive CGI. Mad Max Fury Road was a refreshing outlier to this rule, however, thanks to Miller's dedication to go big or go home filmmaking.
Shout out to Miller.
The cult of cars is on full display here, with horsepower and octane being the rule of the day.
G-Mill. What a fucking shot. Look at this shit.
Specifically, we can't get enough of the scene where a full-scale battle takes place as participants balance on huge poles over vehicles moving at a ridiculous rate of speed.
My gosh,
we can't help
dude.
but hold our breath every single time.
If you haven't, you should react to Putin addressing the world today. It's crazy. What?
Number 17, Building Slop.
Did he say how everyone's so cool and oh my gosh, I really fucks with America?
Who am I? Yes, it's true that we could fill multiple lists with rankings of how many industry-defining stunts lay at the nimble feet of one Jackie Chan.
New weapons. Oh my god. One thing about Jackie Chan, he makes fighting look fun. Like the way he uses objects and shit like that, it's like he's doing parkour while fighting.
And yes, one of them is most definitely the building slide from 1998's Who Am I? There isn't any big disastrous end of the stunt, but rather a holy crap sense of breathlessness as Chan slides down this incredibly steep and incredibly smooth building.
Tom Cruise paid homage to this, by the way.
The height alone is scary, but add in how Jackie switches from walking vertical to going head first before finally making his landing. It's just completely ridiculous.
Shout out to Jackie Chan, bro. It's not Glaze. He didn't copy, bro. You just don't
Number
know
16,
shit. You just don't know shit.
Truck flip.
This was amazing. In theaters, watch. Oh my god, beautiful.
Dark Knight. He may not receive that much attention for his efforts, but another director who prides himself on avoiding excessive CGI is Christopher Nolan.
Now there's a Batman.
The sound and everything. Damn, this was a good ass movie.
Oh, you want to play? Come on.
One outstanding example of this was the Joker's truck flip in 2008's The Dark Knight. Nolan utilized the talents of a stunt driver named Jim Wilkie while also installing a piston underneath an 18-wheeler rigged with explosives.
The sound is so good.
The on-screen results were awesome enough, but the stunt is even more impressive when the nuts and bolts of location and timing are taken into account. If you only get one shot, make sure it looks this good.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hit me! Hit me!
Number 15, Helicopter Hang, True Lies. Don't believe everything you read. For years, movie trivia about the 1994 action classic True Lies maintained that star Jamie Lee Curtis did this breathtaking free air hang from a helicopter without a stunt double. However, this iconic scene was indeed performed by a double.
Duh.
Stunt industry veteran Donna Keegan. Keegan expressed her frustration over this bit of mythology in a 2020 article for the Chicago
Damn, they really try to play her.
Tribune, recalling that it felt like an out-of-body experience. The proof is on screen too, as the limo that Curtis/Keegan is in goes off a bridge, while Keegan grabs another stunt person's hand waiting in the copter. It's truly a sight to behold.
Come on, baby.
Oh shit!
Number 14, 180 in,
I still gotta see this movie.
180 out. Baby Driver. Car stunts are a huge
I only seen
aspect
bits and
of this
parts.
very dangerous industry, with many impressive jumps, crashes, and chases
Just jump out the car in a dress, bro. Gonna get scabbed up and shit, dude.
being captured on screen. One totally unique stunt took place in Edgar Wright's 2017 flick, Baby Driver, a scene partially inspired by the heist and crime flicks of the 1970s.
Okay.
The stunt driving is done largely for real with
Show me
minimal
something.
CGI
Show me
trickery,
something. Show me
with
something.
this blink and you'll miss it moment serving up one of the early highlights.
Was that the Punisher? That is the
The scene
Punisher.
is set to the John Spencer Blues explosion track, Bell Bottoms, as Ansel Elgort's baby effortlessly turns the car 180 degrees to avoid a collision and 180 degrees back on course. It honestly doesn't get much smoother than this.
Oh shit.
Number 13.
Okay.
Motorbike chase.
Okay.
Skyfall. The James Bond franchise has provided a wealth of movie stunt gold over the years, from the classic Sean Connery era on through to modern day.
Got your goofy ass.
The Daniel Craig Bond films up the ante considerably in this department,
Oh,
from the
shit.
parkour fight in Casino Royale to our next entry, the motorbike chase from Skyfall.
Still not TC, by the way. Yeah, you think TC shit would be early on in the video? Come on, bro.
The scene opens up the movie in typically grandiose Bond fashion, as Craig and co-star Naomi Harris speed through the crowded Turkish streets on a white-knuckle ride. The scene then moves to rooftops, marketplaces, and more before Bond's bike goes flying and 007 barely hangs on for dear life.
Damn.
Number 12. Under the Truck, Raiders of the Lost Ark. In 1939, Yakima Canutt stunned
I remember
audiences
that.
by dropping
I
under a
remember
team
that.
of horses and the wheels of a stagecoach. Over 4 decades later, Steven
seen that
Spielberg
shit.
paid tribute to the scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark, only this time with a 10-wheel truck. Terry Leonard performed this fantastic feat, but only after friend and fellow stuntman Glenn H. Randall Jr. agreed to take the wheel. A small ditch was dug to help Leonard move around, but if he'd made just one wrong move, Indiana Jones would have ended up roadkill.
Oh shit.
Number 11, Car Chase, The Raid 2. The Raid Redemption is a movie known for its intense martial arts. The Raid 2. The Raid Redemption is a movie known for its intense martial arts performances, but it also boasts one impeccably photographed car chase as well. This scene is notable not only for its single take, but how the camera...
Single take. No, I gotta see it. I gotta watch it. Hold on, bro. What is that? Raid 2 car? Damn! Oh! What? They always go over a ramp. Oh my god. Yeah, he's done. Right? Why do they ram? Just pit him, bro. Hit the pit maneuver. Ooh, okay. There you go. Like, damn, my nigga. Oh. Oh. I see the dilemma. Cook this ass. Oh! Cooked his ass. There's more. Oh, I thought there was more. I thought I heard more cars. Oh, I thought he was about to go out the trunk, bruh. Oh, shit. What the hell? Oh, shit. Oh, nigga on the bike is dead. You're dead, buddy. I mean, just like, what do you think was gonna happen? Did the cameraman just hit the bike? Oh my god! Ah! Oh no! Oh god! Oh god, no! No! Oh god, no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh god, no! Please! Oh man. Okay. R.I.P. He said, oh. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. He did all that. All that for nothing. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Someone's going out the back and they're gonna get ran over. He's going out the back and he's gonna get ran over. Oh shit. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, so first of all, I was duped. They lied to me. This was not no one take scene, bro. It's however still a good scene.
Camera moves from outside the car, inside, and out again. There was no CGI involved, but actually a crew member dressed like a car seat to make this shot happen.
What do you mean? What do you mean a...
The scene is expanded further with claustrophobic close quarters fighting and the sort of stunt driving that makes you practically break into a nervous sweat. It's incredible stuff. Number 10.
Pedal to the metal.
Bullets.
Oh, they filmed it on the first
Speaking
try.
of car chases, the modern chase probably wouldn't be where it is today without a number of
But he said one shot. Oh, whatever. The scene was still fire.
standard smashing forebears from the 60s and 70s. The car chase from 1971's The French Connection is often cited, but mines were
Bro, these are the type of cars and car chases where the rim would always fall off, literally when they go over hills like this.
already being blown 3 years prior with this hugely important chase from bullets.
Yo, look, did you see it? Did you fucking see it? That shit always happens.
Hugely important chase from bullets. Ford Mustangs and Dodge Chargers burn rubber and reach speeds reportedly topping 100 miles per hour, while star Steve McQueen actually does some real driving, alongside his stunt team of 3 different doubles. The end result is a masterclass of execution, editing,
Good entry. Holy. Good entry.
and excitement that simply must be viewed at least
You
once.
are obsessed, dude. Oh, jeez.
Number 9, Balcony Fall, Stick. Stick may be the most obscure
Who
movie
fell
on
off a
this
balcony?
list, but it's actually well known in stunt coordinator circles. That's because it featured certified stunt legend Dar Robinson in his only on-screen role as an actor, playing the film's antagonist.
Well, well. Look at what the Lord has brought me. Well, that's far enough, pal.
Robinson's death scene is
Wixie, thank you for the
remarkable as
prime.
it utilizes the stuntman's own invention, a decelerator, to assist in the photography
I've
of his
seen
terrifying
him
free fall.
before.
Why don't you push real hard? You might hit the water.
Robinson continues to act during his descent, firing his gun as a secret brake slows his descent to an airbag out of frame. Robinson was truly a pro and boasted that he never broke a bone during any of his stunts until an accident on the set of $1 Million Mystery in 1986,
Oh, damn.
when his motorcycle tragically went off a cliff.
Oh.
Number 8, Collapsing Wall, Steamboat Bill Jr., a silent star with vaudeville
Oh,
training.
they did this on
Buster Keaton wowed audiences
Jackass.
with jaw-dropping stunts that put modern-day filmmakers to shame.
Big respect to all Johnny Knoxville, all of them on Jackass, bro. They are insane.
In this iconic scene from Steamboat Bill Jr., a giant
R.I.P.,
wall
bro.
falls right on top of him. But fortunately, there's a window in just the right spot. It looks simple, but that wall weighed 2 tons. Keaton only had a few inches of clearance on each side, and if he'd missed his mark, the wall would have crushed him like a bug.
GG's.
No wonder most of the crew closed their eyes. At least, we're sure we would have if we were on the set. Number 7, motorcycle jump, The Great Escape. We mentioned earlier how Steve McQueen did some of his own driving on the set of Bullitt, and this was also true during another of his films, 1963's The Great Escape. McQueen was a skilled, award-winning racer, but producers behind The Great Escape weren't willing to toy with any insurance premiums should McQueen have an accident while shooting the film's iconic motorbike jump sequence. Instead, stuntman Bud Eakins, a friend of McQueen's, performed the jump, although for years, fans assumed that the actor did all of his own stunts on the set. Number 6, Raging River, Deliverance. It's common for many film productions to use dummies for stunts that are so dangerous. Even stunt performers won't risk death in the attempt.
You don't beat it. Don't beat this river.
One of these was the intense waterfall scene in 1972's Deliverance, where Burt Reynolds goes over in a canoe.
Now you get to play the game.
Director John Frankenheimer was determined to use a dummy, since there were going to be
I didn't get the 30th anniversary PlayStation, unfortunately.
long shots, enabling the double to be used. Reynolds was adamant about doing the stunt himself, however, insisting that it would look better.
Louis!
Fast forward after the stunt with a battered and bruised Reynolds waking up in a hospital and asking Frankenheimer how it looked. The response? It looked like a dummy falling over a waterfall. Number 5, window jump.
Oh, this
The
was
Bourne
cool.
Ultimatum.
This was cool.
The Jason Bourne franchise is known for a number of things. Shaky cam fighting choreography is one of them, while the other is a reputation for awesome stunt work. Case in point, this wince-inducing window jump from the Bourne Ultimatum.
So good. So, music and everything. They bodied
handheld
that.
camera work creates a disorienting effect that is supposed to immerse the audience into the scene's tension, while sharp edits are balanced with longer takes following Matt Damon's Jason Bourne. The jump from the building into an apartment window kicks it all off, and we feel the physicality and intensity right from the start.
And then his fight scene
And
was
it
amazing,
never
too.
lets up.
Boy kicked his ass with a book. Right to the throat, nigga, and then
Number
punched the
4,
book.
Clock Tower Fall, Project A.
Oh, yeah, this was insane.
Jackie Chan was a fan of silent movies, and this pic pays homage to the famous clock tower scene from Safety Last. Only unlike Harold Lloyd, Jackie was actually 3 stories up in the air.
Insane.
And then he let go.
Insane. Fucking sane, bro. Look how he landed!
Jackie tumbles 50 feet down, tearing through 2 awnings before hitting the ground with his head.
Jeez.
Unhappy with the first shot, Jackie performed the stunt 2 more times. He even included 2 different takes in the final film, so we can moan and groan even more. Number 3, Chariot Race,
Golly.
Ben-Hur. The most expensive movie of its day, Ben-Hur is best remembered for its $1 million chariot race, which saw Charlton Heston do most of his own driving. But things almost ended tragically when stuntman Joe Canutt filled in for the film's hero. In this infamous scene, Canutt was going too fast and wasn't properly hooked in. When his chariot bounced in the air, Joe went flying over the front. Fortunately, Canutt was able to drag himself back inside, escaping with just a bloody chin.
So fire. So fire.
Number 2, Pole Slide, Police Story.
Oh.
Stunt doubles? Jackie Chan doesn't believe in stunt doubles. Thanks to his do-it-yourself attitude, he's been slashed by a sword, crushed between vehicles, and came very close to meeting his demise in Armor of God. But this crazy stunt from Police Story nearly left him paralyzed.
Oh, my God.
Jackie slides down a 70-foot pole, getting zapped by light bulbs all the way down before crashing through a sheet of glass and landing in a kiosk.
So crazy. And he fucked up his hands too.
The stunt almost snapped his spine and left Jackie with a dislocated pelvis and second-degree burns. Ouch. But, man, looks cool, doesn't it?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel
and then got up
ring the
and
bell
finished
to
the
get
scene,
notified
bro.
of our latest videos. You have the option
All
to
right,
be notified
come on.
for occasional
Show my
videos
goat.
or
Show my
all of
goat.
them.
I mean,
If
you
you're
can
on your
choose.
phone, make sure you
You
go
can
into your
choose the
settings
plane,
and
you
switch
can
on
choose
notifications.
Motherfucking the motorcycle
Number
jump.
1,
You could choose.
scaling the Burj Khalifa.
What do we have here? The one and only TC. Just like I told you it would be. Okay. Everyone assumed he wasn't going to be in the video. It only made sense that he was number 1. It only made sense that he was number 1. Where's the guy? It got unpinned because I talked too much. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where is he? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Save the best for first. Save the best for first. Oh yeah, you can't hide. You can't hide, dude. Type.
What you'd make if you had the Dragon Balls.
Type. Where you at? Where you at? Well. I got a message for you. Next time you speak on TC, you better make sure you know what the HE double hockey sticks you're talking about. Next time you'll meet your maker, MF. You've been warned.
FIFA, Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol. Tom Cruise is completely crazy when it comes to stunts anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's the plane stunt from Rogue Nation or the helicopter jump from Fallout.
One of his many. Let's run it back. What'd you say?
Doesn't matter if it's the plane stunt from Rogue Nation or the helicopter jump from Fallout. The man is fearless. Part of Ghost Protocol is set outside the Burj Khalifa.
This probably came out before the damn motorcycle jump too, which was another crazy one.
The world's
He just
tallest
always tops himself.
building. And this mind-blowing scene finds him dangling over 1,700 feet in the air.
1,700 feet in the air.
With the help of a few cables digitally erased later, of course. Just try not to gasp when he lets go and plummets for 2.5 stories. Eventually, with just one rope, Cruise runs down the building, jumps over a camera, and soars on crosswind.
Look at this chat. Nigga jumped over a like. There's one and only. One and only, bro. One and only. DC. Yo, Huey. Lay, bro. Thank you, man.
Rope. Cruise runs down the building, jumps over a camera, and soars on crosswinds 1.5 miles above the ground. Just don't look down, Tom.
Do you agree with our picks?
I absolutely agree. Chat, why don't we go and actually break down that whole scene? If you guys can give me a second. Tom Cruise. I'm joking. Oh, shit, I forgot we were watching this.
Man in the suit is
What's up,
gymnast Hirofumi Koga. Most of his spider swings are safe stunts, low-angle swoops above the camera, except for
I'm keeping that all in as like one. This is going to be the whole video.
this one. Which gave him several scars and bruises. That's not the most dangerous stunt in the show. Koga climbed all sorts of structures, often without a rope, including a moving car.
Oh, damn.
One time a stunt was too dangerous for even him. and he was swapped out for a more resilient stuntman, one that was 2 inches tall and made of plastic. The Japanese Spider-Man show delivers on comic book spectacle.
They wanted to throw this nigga
solutions.
into a wall.
As inventive or dangerous as the American and Japanese Spider-Man shows are, these are practical stunts, so they can't match up to their comic counterpart without separating stunt doubles from their arms. It took 2.5 decades to make it look real.
Spider-Man low-key was a freak, though. Like, really look at him. Like, really, TC needs ropes. If you're, did you hear how high that building was? You know what that building is, right? Like, you know how high how tall that building,
with every limb attached.
I got a call, and they told me I was going to be directing the film, and I had no idea how I was ever going to bring off
the greatest Spider-Man to Spider-Man.
But I thought all the fans must have been expecting this great aerial ballet, this graceful movement of Spider-Man swooping through the city of Manhattan, through the canyons, and it had to be done with great grace and agility. His movements had to be incredibly fluid and beautiful to look at. When I knew it couldn't be an actor.
True, even the font itself is iconic, bro. Like, if it just said something, you could tell from the font, like, oh, Spider-Man. Like,
stuntman.
That's how you know you've made an impact.
It was mind-boggling how we were going to pull that off. How were we going to create this illusion? So that challenge was probably the biggest making the film.
At this point, Sam Raimi had made a name for himself with inventive practical effects, which Spider-Man still uses a lot of. But practical web slinging has a limit. To break past that limit, a modern invention was needed.
CGI.
The computer. Despite radical technical advances in very few years, computer effects were still in their infancy.
Oh, Jurassic Park. What? No, no matter how hard they try, they can never recapture this. But maybe they might be cooking with this new shit with what's her name? With Black Widow or some shit, whatever the fuck her name was.
See,
maybe they can actually capture this shit. Scarlett Johansson, yeah.
CGI stunt doubles or digi doubles, which Spider-Man needed to be, sucked. One of the first digi doubles was used in Jurassic Park,
the greatest film of all time, without a question.
It's the lawyer who gets eaten by the T-Rex. A flawless effect, but hardly applicable to Spider-Man. For Titanic, motion capture was used to create hundreds of digidoubles populating the ship. They are convincing from a distance, but up close, they look like this. Spider-Man needed to be in your face. Luckily, Raimi had a good team.
Please don't open another video. How about this? How about I search this? And we'll see what comes up. Why do people tell other people what to do with their life? Let's see what pops up. Let's see.
It's a simple question, and you've probably answered it hundreds of times. What do you do? If you're like most people, you probably get the answer dead wrong. Your standard reply is probably a factual description of your current job. The right answer is what you want to do. The best way to pick up this habit is to take a trip to Los Angeles. Ask your cab driver what he does. I'm a screenwriter, he could say, working on a thriller about two school children who stumble onto a plot to blow up the Hoover Dam. When you go out to dinner, ask the same question of your waitress. The odds are 50-50, she'll say, I'm an actress. 24-year-old...
No, actually, hold on. I kind of want to see what he's cooking because I get asked a lot what I do because of the things that I've acquired. They wonder how a nigga like me has gotten it. I always tell people I work cybersecurity.
Interns are directors. 44-year-old ad agency execs are producers. Everyone talks about their aspirations, not what paid the rent this month.
And I'm kind of scared to still use that because I'm scared that someone might actually like check me on that. Like, what if they work in the same occupation? They're like, oh, what department? I'm not at liberty to disclose.
Now, some may argue that Los Angeles is La La Land, and there is nothing to be learned from people who are dreaming big and perhaps...
Whatever, dude. I'll figure it out, man.
Nonverbals are anything that communicates but is not a word. The public knows them as body language. How we dress, how we walk, have meaning, and we use that to interpret what's in the mind of the person.
Guys, you ever experienced liars? These are their tails, bruh. These are their tails. Let's see how to figure out. Okay. I'm gonna stop.
My name is Ben Seidman, and today I've been challenged to break down pickpocketing in 9 levels of complexity.
I know how to do the watch one.
John Dykstra was hired to supervise the visual effects. His resume included Silent Running, Star Wars, and Stuart Little, but his most...
Oh shit, my phone fell on the ground, bruh. What the fuck? Yo, my shit fell on the ground. Hold on, chat. Stuart Little, what the... Hold on. There was quite literally, oh my God, I was muted. Guys, I came in here and I ran and I said, troll in the dungeon. Troll. But you didn't hear it.
John Dykstra was hired to supervise the visual effects. His resume included Silent Running, Star Wars, and Stuart Little, but his most relevant experience was in Batman Forever, where he and his team created a computer-generated Batman who swung past the frame, hung off a helicopter, and jumped off a building. Look familiar? 3 problems. These shots are at night, not completely convincing, and there's very few of them. The challenge of
they look cool though.
Human character animation is that everybody in the world is an expert in human motion.
Ew.
Because that's what we see every single day and have been seeing for 300,000 years.
We have to make that character incredible, but not unbelievable.
To create the Digi-Double, Tobey Maguire and his stunt double Chris Daniels had their bodies scanned into the computer to create duplicate models. The animators then studied how they both moved. But unfortunately, Tobey Maguire can't do this. So the team used several references for the animation, most of which aren't human, such as spiders, cats, and Disney's Tarzan. The way Spider-Man swung really came down to the VFX artists' imaginations. A tedious trial and error process until it looked right.
To the sky. Tally ho.
There are a a few practical swings, like when Peter first discovers his powers, accomplished with big cranes holding a track and wires. So this is a real stunt. There is a lot of wire work in Spider-Man. Most of the stunt doubles are trained gymnasts, except for this guy, because this is not a guy. An added challenge is they not only needed Spider-Man to swing around, but a New York to put him in. To create virtual New York, they used texture mapping. Texture mapping means that they took survey measurements of the positions of the buildings and photos to make a digital environment and then overlaid pictures of the buildings on top. They then added life to the city with CG cars, pedestrians, and birds. Spider-Man's final swing is the most complicated shot of the movie. It took 7 months to lock down the movements. The web slinging in this movie is a pioneering work of visual effects art, but it still doesn't look quite right. There is a surreal jerkiness to
not too much, bro. Come on, bro.
art, but it still doesn't look quite right. There is a surreal jerkiness to the digital character. In some shots, he looks artificially sped up. Luckily, they tried a few more times.
It looked good to me. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it looked good to me.
Pushes the web slinging to new heights, literally.
What we were missing to a certain degree was a little bit of the vertigo that it is to be Spider-Man, because his world is not 5 stories up, it's not 2 stories up, it's 75 stories up.
The visual effects are improved from the first in every way. The Digi-Double got better muscles, a better skeleton, and is more photoreal. The CG buildings were upgraded, and they started using the Spider-Cam more.
Nice.
The Spider-Cam is a tripod, except it doesn't have legs and
the best Spider-Man movie.
It's essentially a camera setup with wires attached to different points high in the air. The camera then moves along a predetermined path using winches. That way the shot can be anywhere in 3D space and move very fast. A CG Spider-Man can be composited into a real environment way up in the air and then shot at low frame rates to increase the sense of speed, just like this.
So cool. So cool.
Another key to making the web slinging look real is to make Spider-Man real as much as possible, cutting from a VFX Spidey swinging to a performer in a suit landing.
What the actor can't do, a stuntman does, and what a stuntman can't do, the CG model does.
During pre-production, storyboards identify what is CG and what is live action, either by drawings or animatics, which are crudely animated storyboards. Since the production plans these shots out early, the VFX can be better because the artists have time.
Spider-Man 3. Oh!
For Spider-Man 3, they had a new challenge.
I love
the
action
without a mask on.
In the previous films, we saw a lot of Spider-Man battling, but we always lost the main character that we loved, Peter Parker. So I felt it was important in this third film, like in the comic books that I've read, to have Peter be involved in the battles.
This is a visual effects nightmare because fabric is much easier to digitally replace than skin. A few different tricks were used to accomplish this. Blue screen wire stunts. Toby's actually swinging now. With a blue screen behind him, he is elevated 7 feet off the ground. Wires are attached to his torso and shoulders and twisting his body to give him the back and forth web swinging motion. The second trick was straight out of Mission Impossible. Face replaced.
Huh? What'd you say?
And forth web swinging motion. The second trick was straight out of Mission Impossible. Face replacement forth web swinging motion. The second trick was straight out of Mission Impossible. Face replacement technology.
Always the blueprint. It always circles back to him.
To scan a face, they put a lot of reflective markers on it to measure its topography. Then the actor would stand in a light stage. This crazy dome with hundreds of little lights simulating hundreds of different lighting conditions that could then be used on the CG models in any different lighting environment. Spider-Man 3 has a lot of editing within the frame. Instead of cutting from a Digi-Double to Tobey, within the same shot they'll switch between a Tobey Maguire and a Digi-Double, which is noticeable in some shots.
Digimon, the Tail Monsters.
I love the swinging in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies, but the limitations of early CG and supernatural camera work holds these scenes back for me. The storytelling and choreography is so good that those nitpicks don't really matter, but I do think the swing got better. Only 3 years passed between the end of the production of Spider-Man 3 and start of The Amazing Spider-Man. Yet I believe the web swinging is much more visceral, dynamic, and real, probably because the team shot an insane amount of footage of stuntmen swinging on cables. Whether or not they used any of it in the final cut doesn't really matter, as it's excellent reference for the VFX artists. This time the animation is very much inspired by human movement. Stuntmen and gymnasts were studied extensively. The main comic inspiration is Ultimate Spider-Man, drawn by Mark Bagley. His dynamic poses were incorporated in slow-mo speed ramps. New camera angles were added, including this awesome first-person point-of-view shot, which is such a simple solution for a more immersive swing. Stunt coordinator Andy Armstrong figured out a way to have a stuntman swing past the cars.
Under Riverside Drive in Harlem, Spider-Man is going to be swinging, not unlike a trapeze artist, over cars and buses for real.
First, they used a traveling winch rig attached to the bridge, and then they also designed a spider-swinging truck, which has a sort of human puppeteering rig on the back, so that the stuntman could simulate swinging under
literally shit you did in your living room when you were kids, like, and now that's your job.
Human puppeteering rig on the back, so that the stuntman could simulate swinging underneath the bridge. And all these cars are driven by stuntmen too. These shots are amazing, but most of the web swinging scenes take place at night, an effective and overused way of hiding CGI. So does this Spidey hold up in the light of day? I believe that the opening of The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is the pinnacle of web swinging. This Spider-Man has a small difference that makes all the difference. They made the suit looser, with an added cloth simulation that responds to his movements and the turbulence of the wind around him. But that's not it. The character animation is inventive. Spider-Man barrel rolls through the air, does aerial hairpin turns, and transitions into slow-mo to hit poses out of comic panels. Much like the comics, where each muscle is distinct, the muscle animation is realistic and still somewhat visible through the suit.
The silhouettes and volumes are animated to specific lighting conditions for each shot, so that the contours of the sculpt are picked up in the specular areas of the render, just like in the comic book artwork where the muscle shapes are so clearly and artistically defined in dramatic lighting.
The camera work isn't artificially smooth, but is handheld. How do you go handheld in a digital environment? With this motion control camera rig, which grounds impossible shots with human impulse. The cinematography is much more dynamic, as we're not always following Spider-Man in the air, but given shots from a pedestrian's point of view or this beautiful GoPro shot. The sound design gives this scene rhythm and immersion, accented with web thwips and dramatic whooshes. Another small part of why this Spider-Man swings so much better is the actor's physique. Since Andrew Garfield is lankier, the ragdoll physics are more exaggerated.
Damn, so good, bro.
Then Disney makes a deal with Sony, and Spider-Man has swung around in 6 MCU movies so far. Except he starts off by not swinging around too much. According to Steve Rollins, the animation supervisor for Captain America Civil War, we wanted to avoid imitating previous movie incarnations where the wall crawler is hitting all the comic book poses. It was about making him feel more real and awkward, like a teenager. This extends to Spider-Man Homecoming, where Spider-Man still doesn't swing much, but instead hops around like a rabbit. An odd decision with the MCU Spider-Man is most every shot of Spider-Man in his suit is 100% CG. Even in the close-ups, that is a computer-generated man. Even if they made the costume and shot with it on set, they would cover it with
that's kind of where like Marvel's at. It's just like, yo, fuck it, just CG, bro.
CG. The rationale is that by going full CG, they can remove wrinkles and make costume design changes. But the lack of wrinkles makes them look too smooth.
It's easier, and they can just put out more shit, bro, because they already got, by the time they finish one movie, they're already trying to work on 2 others.
This shot from The Amazing Spider-Man is also 100% CG. But the MCU Spider-Man is missing one thing that
it looks like a cutscene from a video game. Actually, the video games kind of look better.
The Amazing Spider-Man isn't. Folds, creases, and a goddamn looser suit. In Avengers Infinity War, he swings for a few shots, but it isn't until his last scene in Spider-Man Far From Home where he really starts to swing.
Bam!
They found a way to bring MJ along without being cucked by a mannequin. To shoot these shots, they used a large blue screen, some big fans, and a wire rig to hold both Tom Holland and Zendaya. For New York, repurposed photography from the Avengers was used to build the CG buildings. Tom and Zendaya did some stunts on location for reference, but these shots are all CG. While it doesn't compare to the amazing movies, I'm a fan of this scene. I like the varying compositions and visual gags, but the tightness of the suit and lack of comic book poses holds it back.
Spider-Man.
Even in No Way Home, with the return of Tobey and Andrew, the swinging isn't quite right. The character animation is exceptional, with each Spider-Man retaining their unique swinging behavior from the previous movies. The suits are too tight and the landings can be bouncy. The final swing is rough. The movement, especially on this slide, looks keyframed. The deterioration of the swing isn't necessarily the fault of the VFX artists, who were locked into using a specific Spider-Man design without a loose suit. Good VFX take time, so Marvel Studios' breakneck release schedule could be to blame. Before quitting the infamous Spider-Man Lotus movie, this VFX team created this beautiful web swing scene. Extensive photography and Google Maps Street View of New York was used to create the environment.
Wait, that was...
The suit model is incredibly...
This was fan-made? Wait, why are y'all saying, oh God?
Detailed, with scratches and...
Oh, they're racist?
Wrinkles, and the character animation is expertly staged. Along with this, there are some excellent fan-made animations that capture web swinging better than most of the movies. That's because digital effects are an art form, one that takes work and creativity. The reason why this looks better than this is because inspired choices by human beings were made. In the words of John Dykstra, "The computer is a tool. It's like a hammer. It doesn't by itself know how to build a house until someone puts their hand to it." Hopefully the next Spider-Man movie uses lessons from the past to create tactile and memorable web swinging scenes. A looser suit, dramatic sound design, comic book poses, focus on realism, creative character animation, triumphant score, it's all in this scene. And if they learn a lesson from even further back, instead of losing hundreds of millions of dollars, risk losing a few stuntmen instead.
Man, this is actually a good video. I was just clicking it because I had to get something real quick. I like videos like this though. I'd be getting lost in these types of videos. Damn, I really wish we could have had a like a Batman movie. That Batman movie, like Into the Spider-Verse. I just keep thinking about that because it's like it's literally like the perfect. It's literally perfect for it, bro.